Hello, hi. Is anybody there? Or is everyone on a school run rushing like me? I've been meaning to share this message for the whole week, and it has been such a busy week. So yeah, hopefully I'll get a few people on here to share it with. Might have to share it with no one. Hey, somebody's there. Hi T, how are you? Good. Yeah, I really wanted to share a quick message because I've been procrastinating all week and been very busy. And I just sense that somebody needs to hear this because I've been having to do a bit of looking at the agreements that I've made myself. And there's some, redemption. Hi, Rosie. How are you? Oh, big hugs all the way from England. I hope you're good in Alabama. Awesome. Yeah. Last week I was talking about the power of agreement and how, especially for married couples or people who have a partnership, when they're working together in one accord, they can achieve a lot. But this week I wanted to look at another side, a negative side of agreements. Agreements are binding. They are contractual. They are like a covenant. And I just want to give the analogy, especially when I look at finances. So many of us get tempted per se, or really desperate for things and get into all sorts of agreements out of a position of desperation. Oh, I must have this. I need to have this. And I just want to show you how a lot of those agreements end up putting you in an imprisoned situation or end up causing you to give up your birthright for a bowl of soup, like someone called Esau did. And most of the times when you are in that desperate state, you just so badly want a new car. I gotta get a new car. I gotta get the latest whatever car. And at whatever cost, oh my gosh, my neighbor's got it, everyone else has got it, I have to have it. So you go to the dealership, you look at the terms, all you're seeing is the car. Right now, you look at the payments, you think, yeah, I can afford them, but you really just are blinkered by the object of your affection in that very moment. And so you go for it. You sign the agreement, you lease it all over, and it's boom, thank you very much, I'm done. The novelty soon wears out. It's great for the first month, 2 months. Hey guys, you got a great car. You got a great car. Get into 3 months, 4 months, 6 months down the line, that £500 a month payment's getting a little heavy. Doesn't feel as nice anymore. And actually, the way that this car guzzles gas means that, boy, you know what? You're struggling every month and life becomes a drab. And so we go to church, Lord, rain down the blessings, rain down. Did you ask him to get into that agreement? You're blessed already, but you've bit off more than you can chew right now, and now are desperate for the more. The more has to come to fuel this thing that you needed to get. And I just want to encourage everyone just to begin to think about the agreements that you've come into. Even when they're positioned for you, there are so many things that we need, that we want. But one of the things that the Lord has been teaching myself personally, I don't know about anybody else, is the ability to wait on him and be patient. It says the blessings of the Lord maketh the rich and they add no sorrow. And you may look like you're being left behind. Oh, you know what? Everybody else is getting those latest iPhones or whatever. But at the appointed time, shamandara kasaka, when it comes and it is something within your means, it is a true blessing. You will feel the benefits that actually this is a blessing and there's no added sorrow to it. I want to just share a man who did a similar thing. His name is Esau, and Esau really was hungry. He just wanted some food. I don't think he was going to die, but, there was something that had been cooked that was tasting so good by his brother. And he looked at it and he said, oh my gosh, I want that bowl of soup. Oh, it looks so delicious, like many of us do. Oh my gosh, I need that 7-bedroomed house now. Oh my gosh, I need that brand new car. Those shoes, I cannot do without them. So that temptation that comes, and oftentimes I would like to say it's from the enemy, because you're looking around, it looks like everybody else is getting ahead of you. Everybody else is making it in life, and you're the old one still driving that old banger. You're the only one who's still got those shoes from last summer, and it causes you to just think, oh, what good is the blessing anyway? You know what? If I'm dying, I'll be dead by then. I need to enjoy this food now. So he came into an agreement with his brother and literally traded his inheritance, which was rich, which added no sorrow, for this bowl of soup. Needless to say, the bowl of soup didn't last very long. It was tasty there and then, and in a minute it was gone. And when the time of the blessing actually came, it was positioned that because he had made that verbal agreement and rejected the great thing that God had for him, he again was tricked a second time, and it was acceptable in the physical because he had already released that blessing. When you look at Genesis 27 verse 28, this is what he traded, because Jacob is the one who got it. So, a lot of us, once we've signed that credit agreement for the TV or for the everything that we do, as the society we live in is very much, that's just how it goes. You got to upgrade, and you take loans or up to the hilt, and then it's like, oh my God, I can't live, I can't survive, I can't move. I'm direct debited up to the hilt with all these payments that I need to make. And this is what he had traded. It says Jacob, who is the person who's actually lending, the lender is the one who will get rich for sure. It said that from the dew of heaven and the richness of the earth, may God always give you abundant harvests of grain and bountiful new wine. May many nations become your servants, and may they bow down to you. May you be the master over your brothers, and may your mother's sons bow down to you. All who curse you will be cursed, and all who bless you will be blessed. Can you imagine such a rich inheritance? And just in that moment of impatience, that moment of I've just got to have it now, otherwise I'm going to die. If I don't have that now, I just need it. That desperation. And you can't wait. You sign that agreement. You vocalize and say, yeah, let's do it. And this is what he got in return. When it came now, he was saying, oh, but you know what? I want the blessing. And his father said, you're too late now. You will live away from the richness of the earth. I don't know about you, but, when you're in this cycle of, getting a new car, you're always going to be in that cycle of paying the debt and paying that's just how it is. And as far as I'm concerned, you don't ever feel like you get up on top of it. Away from the dew of heaven above, you will live by your sword and you will serve your brother. But when, and it says, when you decide to break free, you will shake the yoke from your neck. It is when you decide to break free, when you decide to forgo and say, hold on, there's got to be a better way to this. There's got to be a better system from this system of continuously being embodied. Everything that I earn keeps going. It seems the more that I earn, the more that goes. Because guess what? When, I remember when I was a student, I would get by on so little and I was so content and it was very much enough. But the minute you start working, you start thinking, oh, well, let me not buy in Lidl anymore. I can now go to Marks and Sparks and do all my grocery in there. I can now, so you raise the bar and, great and fine. But the question is, are you making, are these things actually asset giving? Are these things that are going to bring in wealth? Or are you being enslaved more? Are you being yoked more? And by the time you realize that, oh my goodness, I am chained here. Have you ever noticed how, the terms and conditions are always small or read very fast? Yeah, we'll sell the dream. Sell the dream. Sell this thing that you want so much. But it's so important to just really look closely and think about it. Let it simmer to say, okay, I am prepared. Because when you go in prepared, understanding the fullness of the agreement that you're making, then that's fine. But when you don't understand the fullness of the agreement that you're making, that you're borrowing £10, but you'll pay back £40, you've just traded negatively. You've just lost your true, pure inheritance for a bowl of soup. And I just want to encourage you out there today just to review, because the word of God here in Genesis 29 says that when you decide to break free, when you decide that, you know what, I've actually connected here, I've made an agreement with this. And to be honest, I don't want to continue doing that. Because if you unfortunately break it, it is binding. An agreement is legally binding. Many, people have got into those agreements, and then when the heat got hot, they thought, I'm just going to leave it. But it leaves a footprint on your record. It keeps a history there that in the future, if you ever wanted to get into a similar agreement, they're like, no. We know you. So it's going to affect you. So I'm just, wanting to encourage people today to just think about the agreements that you make. Is it worthwhile? With whatever agreement, is it something that is worthwhile, or can you wait a little longer, and actually put things together for that moment that it is the right time for you to get it? Because if you'd waited, if you'd just gone into the house, it might have been another hour or so. Mama would have cooked some food and he'd have been all right. But he traded it all and gave it to his brother, who was loaded with blessings. And so I just want to encourage you today to do that. I am not going to be too long here. Hey, hi, my prince. How are you? So thank you for watching. And hopefully I'll have a little bit more time next time. But I do have a lot that I want to share and just maybe converse with you guys about this area of agreements. Because I think a lot of things that are keeping us in bondage is the agreements that we have made, the agreements that we continue to make. And I believe it's time to break free of negative agreements and get into positive agreements. Have a lovely weekend.